All right, hello everybody. Hope you had a good trading day today. I'm stepping in for Andy today for the end of day analysis. So I'm gonna make it brief. Gonna go over some indices, gold, bonds, and then we'll get out of here. Get ready for the next day. Ready to crush it. I took two trades today. One was a short that I wish I held a little bit longer. I ended up cutting my position just because I didn't like what I was seeing, but had a nice entry. Just should have let it run a little longer than what I did. And then I took a long off of the daily support lows the daily support at that extension in the middle of the envelope today. I had a nice bounce before it ended up dropping further, and then I think some of you guys capitalized on that long after that. So a lot of members did good today, and walked out like 1,500 around that number for profit today. So I can't complain. Let's get into the analysis today. Starting off with NQ, this looks like a pullback pocket for another buying opportunity. Weekly looks strong. You have all that support at the middle of the envelope on the weekly with that extension. Again, a little bit subtle flash there. And then you also have that daily pocket, of course. Anywhere down in that area where it tested yesterday, I would look as a good buying opportunity. So look for patterns on your intraday charts. Obviously, you are coming into a little bit of resistance on the monthly, but everything else looks fairly bullish. You have those core DMLs stacked up on the weekly. I might want to attract to those, so we're always aware of that. And if we do push higher, it might start giving us a live pocket for resistance on the daily. But overall, I'm bullish. I think this is a market that we want to buy. If it does dip lower into that weekly support, I think that just provides us a better opportunity to buy for the next day. So that's NQ. I think we're going to be bullish. I'll show ES. I think it's probably going to be around the same thing, but we'll take a look at it. Yeah, looks like it's pretty much the same thing. You'd have that weekly support coming in at the middle of the envelope. Daily closed right at the end of that extension. You are coming, that's a good bit of support. So I think really anywhere down that range, it's the same picture for ES. So I won't go for too much because I'm gonna be saying the same thing. Look at bonds real quick. Got bonds and gold, and then we'll get out of here. I think everybody's been starting to become more patient with their trading, which has been good. It's helped me out a lot. I think it's helping a lot of other people out too. It's starting to click, so it's very exciting for Vol Pro Edge, very exciting for everybody else. So looking at bonds here, I think it does have a daily KLR pattern, but that's not something I would probably be buying. With the way the weekly and the monthly look, it looks like it might want to continue to the downside. So it doesn't look like an opportunity to buy for bonds, but you never know. We could have a close at the end of the day that pushes through that middle of the envelope with the extension and congestion DML. So we'll let this day play out. I don't trade bonds that much anymore, but it's just good to look at for trading indices. You can kind of use it to correlate. Let's load up gold. It's been cold and rainy here, so I haven't been able to golf or do anything, and so I've just been trading. It's been fun. Looking at gold, looks like I would be probably buying this with that weekly support coming in. So I think anywhere down here, retesting these lows would probably be a good opportunity because you have that congestion extension lined up. These core DMLs are starting to line up around that same area. And I think that, my camera's in the way. It's coming at it's kind of lining up with that weekly support. So I think a retest of yesterday's lows might be a good opportunity to buy. Looks like a pretty bullish market. Gold might want to retest down into here, but looking at it, it already tagged that quarterly extension way overextended on the yearly. So it could continue to the downside here. You never know. I don't really trade gold too much. Just kind of stick to the indices. And I think the indices reads have been pretty good so far. So cap it off. We'll go back to NQ and kind of look over some levels, but I think everybody's starting to see the strength of Vol Pro Edge, and it's coming together. We're all starting to become better traders, and it's fun to see. So yeah, weekly support's coming at 25,280. Your extension was at 670. So I think anywhere down into this area, I would be planning to buy. We'll see what overnight does. Obviously, I think it's better to just look at and see what Asia and London does, so we can have a better picture going into New York. You know, if we fire up and drive through this this resistance here on the daily, we might be gunning to retest these highs up here. So overall, I'm bullish. I think that's a good way to read it for tomorrow. We'll obviously, like I said, look at the overnight markets and go in tomorrow and crush it. So I hope everybody has a good trading day tomorrow, or has a good rest of their night. So see ya.